Hi everyone. I just wanted to do a recap of a little craft fest. We went down to the Houston area. It was actually north of Houston in a town called Conroe. And I just wanted to do a quick recap of what we did while we were down there that weekend. So it was from April 25th to the 27th. We actually drove down on Friday, so we did not go to the first day of the event. However, I paid for 3 tickets on Saturday because I had my husband with me, myself, and then my aunt lives in the same neighborhood. So she briefly came, but it was just too much chaos for her opening when it first opened. I should have had her come in the afternoon. She got a little overwhelmed and went back home. So next time, if I have someone coming with me for the first time, I'll probably have them wait till the afternoon to join me at that time. So that was one thing I learned on this one. Because of the stamp rally, the first couple of hours is really crazy. There's a lot of people. So my piece of advice is if you're taking a crafting friend with you for one of these events later on, then bring them in the afternoon after the stamp rally craziness is over. So on Saturday, I did do the stamp rally. I got all the stamps. And I don't know, I think the girl that was in front of me, I think she counted, there was like 150 people in front of us. So they had 500 bags per day. So thankfully we finished early enough. I was able to get a bag that day. I did not ask my husband to do it or my aunt. But on Sunday, my husband had kind of figured out what was going on by then. And I was really tired. I really didn't think I had the energy to do the stamp rally. So my husband started going around and he actually finished the stamp rally. So I was just like, man, how sweet was that? But I didn't know he was doing it. By that point, I had told him, you were with me all day yesterday. Go ahead and go sit, relax, get a drink at the coffee shop, whatever. I didn't know what he was doing. I was just casually going booth to booth, and I casually happened to also get all the stamps, not really on purpose. I was just kind of musing and taking my time. And I guess because there weren't as many people there on Sunday, I finished the stamp rally too. So we did get 2 stamp rally bags that particular day. So that was kind of an extra special treat. I had no idea he had done one for me, and I did one as well. So I'm glad because every bag was different. None of the bags were the same. You could sit down at these tables that they had. That was an open area where you could mix and mingle and you could exchange things that you got from your stamp rally bags. So that was really fun. So I don't really have an organized way to show everything here. So the first thing I thought I would do is I would show you the notebook I took. So my main notebook was this Blackwing. And what I did with it is as I came to stamps, like Hobonichi was there, Traveler's Company was there, and a whole bunch of different sticker shops were there. I just kind of gathered some of those stamps and just stamped my craft folder. I'm hardly ever going to have the opportunity to do that, to use all those stamps. So I also did that on the inside of the journal. I have not journaled about the event yet, but I intend to add the washi and things that I got into here. So I did many of the meet and greets. So the first meet and greet I did was a collab. I'll put a picture here of my first meet and greet, but it was a collab of 3. And in particular, I know Marge, have interacted with her quite a bit over the years. So it was really nice to see her in person. They had, let me find her items here. From that meet and greet, I got these 2 washi cutters. They're so cute. And I mean, how practical. So wonton in a million of these washi cutters, and they fit perfectly into a planner. So this one I actually plan to carry with my Hobonichi. So I got to do the meet and greet with them. And then Mama Lay was there. She also did my name tag. This is my husband's. Here's mine. Everyone was asking me where I got mine done. And if you bought something from their shop at Faber-Castell, she would write your name on something for you. So some were doing it on the little Craft Fest tote. For me, she did it on my name card. They were having a little bit of trouble with their payment system on Saturday, but I, always buy Faber-Castell stuff, so I didn't feel guilty at all. But I'm also going to be getting her kawaii set. So that is from them. And then let's see here. This was a very fascinating stop. I'm going to put his website below. It's called Dave Dollar Custom Pens. So he has some nibs that I have never seen and never tried before. Now, one line of pens that he has, it's called the Freedom. Those have the sailor nib, the ones that we use, the sailor fude nib for drawing. And he just has a custom resin body. So if you love that pen and you love that pen nib in particular, and you want just a fancier body, he makes those. But what really intrigued me there the most was he had these Bach titanium. And I tried the Bach titanium broad nib, and that's what I mainly wrote this with. And it just had such a nice feel to it. So I have a feeling, I know they're going to be at the Dallas Pen Show in September. My plan is to save up for one of those pens for the titanium nib. That's something so unique that I don't have in my collection. So that's my plan for that. These were just some other sticker shops I had stopped by, many of them because they were part of Stamp Rally. They had a stamp. Esterbrook was there in person as well. So not only were the big name brand Japanese companies there like Hobonichi, Traveler's Company, King Jim, there was also big fountain pen companies like Esterbrook and Kaweco. So it was really cool to be able to try out every single one of their nibs. They had them all laid out in a tray, and you could just try them one by one. So I put a star next to the ones that I really enjoyed the feel of, and that was just a really nice experience. Now the Esterbrook spot also featured the Coffee Monsters Co. pen, ink, and blotter pages. And they were already sold out of the pen. By Saturday, they had no more pens. But they did have the ink and blotter pages, and I am kicking myself now for not getting the ink. I was like, oh, should I get the ink? Should I not get the ink? I should have just gotten it. By Sunday, it was completely gone. I'm glad I at least got the blotter pages, but I should have grabbed what I could have while I was there. So it was a real treat to see Esterbrook. So here's some more stamps of some other companies that you might want to look up. They were there as well. Another treat on Sunday is I went by, I don't know which company this was. It might have been Drumgulls. They're that stationery store in Houston. Um, but I could be saying it wrong. Maybe it was Hobonichi. One of them had all the sailor nibs. So I was able to try out all the sailor nibs, and I did the same thing like I did with Esterbrook. I went ahead and put a star next to the ones that I really enjoyed. And I was really glad I got the opportunity to do that because on the steel nib end, I have tons of steel nib fountain pens. That's where I started years ago with Pilot. And I have one 14 karat nib in a Pilot. And then this is the first time I ever had the opportunity to try the 21 karat nib. So as special as Sailor is, and as far back as it goes for like my mom's family history and everything in Japan, Sailor pens are what she grew up on in school. So I want a Sailor pen for sure in my collection, but I also know I don't want a million Sailors. So I'm trying to narrow it down to like a special one. So I've narrowed it down to the 21 karat. Really loved the feel, the softness of that 21 karat nib. And so now I just got to find a body style. So if you have one you really love, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to check that out. So after Sailor, I went back to Dave Dollar Custom Pens. His last name is actually Dollar. And the finial on top, he uses the dollar. So he had this other one called Nemo sign. It's actually a nib that went out of business, and there's one that has a beautiful butterfly on the nib. So that one is quite pretty. So between that one or that what was it called? The titanium nib. I have some choices to make with his before the Dallas Pen Show. So that's pretty much all I put into my traveler's notebook. And I'll be adding a lot of these other stickers into there once as I unpackage everything. But I also had my Hobonichi Porter with me. This is the A6 size. It's my everyday carry wallet. I take it with me everywhere. But inside, I had already started journaling a little bit. So when I did the meet and greet with Amy Tangerine, I just had her sign right in my Hobonichi because this is the Hobonichi Hon that I know I will not be getting rid of this cover. I know this book I will be keeping. This year has been pretty special of things that happened in our life as well as just what I have saved in here. So the next day we did go by the Buc-ee's. Let's see here. The next day we did go by Buc-ee's, and Sunday of the show I did the Hobonichi meet and greet. So it was so nice to be able to meet the Hobonichi global team in person at Akako. And I forgot the name of the other lady, but the two that do a lot of the videos for Hobonichi Global, they were here in person. So it was so nice to get to meet them. They Akako stayed at our table quite a bit during the make and take portion. They educated us so much on the fine details and how Hobonichi has been refined over the years. Also, what all their other product lines are, since they do so much more than just planners. But it was so good to spend some one-on-one time with their team. I really thought it was just going to be like, hi, nice to meet you. Finally, nice to see you in person, and we leave. No, that 2.5 hour time period that they scheduled with us, they really spent the time with us. They limited it to only 24 people per meet and greet, and they stayed at our table, answered our questions, really took personal one-on-one time with us. It was just such a personal experience and really educated us more on the product and the quality of these products. And they're also looking for interaction, as in they asked us to bring a lot of the products that we use. They took photos of our journals, of how we're using them. They would ask if they could take a picture of certain spreads as we opened them. So it was a incredible, incredible one-on-one experience with Hobonichi. So thank you so much for meeting with us. Another company, Travelers Company, they were wonderful. Their representatives, of course, with Penguins Creative and Job's Journal, got to spend a little bit of time with them. Their table was so busy all the time, and I know they were tired. So thank y'all for spending some time with us as well. And King Jim, they were just spectacular as well. And they showed us more of the details of the products, of the washi strips and the tapes as well. So those were the main companies that I was very happy to have a lot of interaction with and get to see one-on-one. And we really appreciated that. Okay, so what else did we get? Some items made just for the event. So this is the one item that I got, which is the pin. I wanted something that I could take with me, but I already have a million totes. So I didn't buy the tote on this one, but I did get the enamel pin. And I feel like that's something I can grow over the years. I did stop at the Madisonville Buc-ee's, which is the first Buc-ee's, by the way, in Texas. So made sure to stop by there, got a Buc-ee's enamel pin. And then this was really cute by one of the vendors there. Houston, we have a problem, but they also had one with like stationery. So I got that sticker sheet as well. Here's some things from Stamp Rally Bag. This is from Stamp Rally Bag on Friday. Cute little stamp. We also got this card from LCN. But the nice thing is I also was able to buy the brass tag. So I have a smaller version of this and a brass tag from them that has the same image. Cute little button stamps with rabbits. I got to try the ones by Hobonichi. Those were adorable. How cute are these? Like classic Japanese drinks, but in eraser form, and they have a smell to them. They're scented. I think this is One Ton a Million. No, Once More with Love. I'm sorry. Once More with Love has these cute kawaii washi tape. Very cute stickers here from Thousand Skies. They were everywhere. They had like their own little stamp rally going on as well. Atelier by Joe, super cute. And then Edding was there, and I've never had a chance to try their markers, but they have a lot of acrylic markers, and those were there. So I look forward to trying those out. A couple more stamps in here. This one is Imagine Station. So cute. But that was Saturday's stamp rally bag. I did not go on Friday. Sunday, I ended up with 2 stamp rally bags, really by accident. I didn't know my husband was doing one as well. So I was able to get these from Esterbrook. So in my bag, it had something else from Esterbrook. And then this bag from my husband had these blotter sheets from Esterbrook. And all the designs are different. Absolutely love it. I love blotter paper. I've been using it more and more, and I was really thrilled. This one is perforated with all 3 designs. So you can use these in your, this is the size I actually prefer to use because I can stick it in my A6. And then this is like for an A5 size. So thank you so much, Esterbrook. These are gorgeous. Now in the other stamp rally bag from Sunday, also got this from Esterbrook. This is actually a pen sleeve. So I almost bought one actually. So I was so thrilled when I happened to get a pen sleeve from them, and in olive. Absolutely love the olive. I have so many bags and planner covers in olive. So I was really excited. This is the color I was looking at. So I ended up with it in my stamp rally bag. From the stamp rally bags, there's this vintage pen with different colors. Love the body color of that pen. Little Red House, they were quite prominent. They had a lot of items and a lot of activities there. Daisy Me Rolling by I Loot Papery. They were there a lot as well. Absolutely loved their products. I think I got an exclusive sticker sheet from them as well. Penlux when I was over there, and also looking at the Sailor pens. Stump of Jessie Washi. Let's see here. This one. Court Creates. I got a lot of items from her. She actually had an exclusive washi for the show. I'll show that in a minute as well. Hand-drawn illustrations. I want to say these are on clear stickers. Really pretty. Another one I was really happy to get because my husband loves these pens. So since he came with me, I'm giving this one to him. Also has that nice eraser that I love. They were really generous. This is a Notepad Plus stickers by this vendor here. Feel free to pause at any time. I know I'm trying to go fast to get everyone in here. And then, of course, they have, this is occasionalish.com. And they also have this. So pretty. So many different stickers. I feel fair to do anyone justice here because there's just so many items. Got a nice set of wire clips. I'm always needing these. Let's see. Here's another stamp. Tokyo Shoujo. Really cute. Here's another cute one with boba corgi yolk. Ferris Wheel Press gave us a couple of canisters of ink. These were in both mine and my husband's bags. Amy Tangerine gave us a ton of stickers from her new release that's coming out. So check out Amy Tan's Instagram. And I don't know, I don't see a name on this one, but a butterfly washi tape. It's a little plastic case. And this is what they have on the cover. And it has all kinds of like floral botanical ephemera in it. Just so easy to carry. Some vinyl stickers for journaling on the go. Very pretty. Be like, you can stick them on your computer and they're tactile. So you can really rub and feel on them. They're meant to be like sensory stickers. So really cool idea. That I purchased. This is again from Cora Creates. This one you cannot tell from her packaging at all. But this is actually a custom, how do I even, let me open this one because this I can't do justice just by showing it that way. Expensive things I bought there, but I had seen this on Instagram before I even got to the show, and I knew I was going to be purchasing it. It was just so unique and so custom for this show. I'm trying to find the beginning. It was one of the first booths that I found because this is one item I had on my list just from what I had seen on Instagram that I definitely wanted to buy. I just love the motifs in this, and it even has like little craft place itself. Isn't that adorable? So I know this one was a little steep compared to the others, but it was also so unique to this event that I absolutely had to get it. And the designs, oh, they're still different. This is really unique because, I mean, there's so many different designs in it. You see, it's still not repeating. Yeah, the design is still not repeating. I'm like all the way across here, and all of these stickers are so unique and different. So it's amazing, and it keeps going. I mean, here we go. This is where the repeat starts. So let me show you her tape. So I don't know, she might be sold out. So many vendors were selling out of the items that were unique for, and especially made for this event. But this is one that, what I had done is, as the vendors were releasing on their Instagram, I made a photo album on my phone of all of the items with the shop's name that I wanted to pick up. So as soon as I went to that shop, I'd scroll real quick in that photo album and said, hey, do you have this item? And if they were on the stamp rally especially, I was like, oh, I know I have you saved. Can I pick this item up while I'm here at the stamp rally? And they were really quick about the transaction. So that's how I got this one. ARL, is her name Rachel? She does all the bullet journaling. I followed her for years. So she had already closed down her booth, but she was walking around and just doing a meet and greet. And she gave me one of those and we got a picture. So I'll post that here. Sailor gave this to me. It was so good to see them and to be able to try out all the pen nibs with Sailor. Really appreciate that. Keita was there, King Jim, with all the Keita. So what I did is I took a picture of all the Keita that I already have at home. I made another photo album with that. That way, when I purchased at their location, I wasn't buying duplicates. I know I bought something here. For the moment, it's not hitting my brain, but check out their store. Super adorable. Really cute stamp set. So I bought this for my ink journal. I've been looking for an ink sample stamp to have. And here's that I Loot Paperie. They're the ones that made that button. And I also got a vinyl sticker so I could add that to my journal as well. To the show, vinyl sticker. I'm okay with a little tear. Texas. This is that little brass charm I was talking about from LCN. Really pretty. This was unique. Love it. Little craft fest inside of a Nintendo Switch. Some unique little stamp sets that were made sticker sets made just for the event. This is so cute. And of course, some more Nintendo Switch stickers. And this little tote. I had seen them draw this and I was begging to do a pre-order ahead of time. They had one bag that if you bought $50 or more at their shop, then you got the bag for free. I went ahead and just bought the bag because this is the bag I wanted. with Esterbrook and Coffee Monsters Co. So this is the front. How cute is this little bag? And that's the back. So absolutely adorable. And just like those Esterbrook sheets, they have the blotter pages as well. And these are also different sizes. So let me pull these out. So with these blotter sheets, you get the big one here. And then you get the rip apart ones here with the 3 designs. 2 sets of those. So you can see they're perforated on the back. And then there's the other design. So absolutely amazing. Love these blotter sheets. They are beautiful. So I'm glad I was at least able to get these. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up their ink on another release. I don't think that's the Esterbrook for me, the Coffee Monsters Co. pen. But there's another Esterbrook. The tortoise is the one I'm probably going to be getting. And I've also picked out my nib for that Esterbrook. So that'll be my first Estie. And then I want to get the ink to go with that because I think it'll be adorable. Needed a clip for one of my Kaweco pens. I was glad I was able to get that there. They had this empty washi that I've been wanting for a long time. It has like all the little pins. It's great because when you tear one of these and put it on your paper, it looks like you've actually pinned your item to the page. And then this is an exclusive to the show as well. Really cute washi on this one. My biggest splurge items of this show, I actually did a lot better than even my husband expected I would. My biggest splurge at this show, which I knew it was going to be, was Traveler's Company. So one of the things I finally got from them that I can put on my desk and have in my videos is this brown, is this one called brown? Yeah, brown leather coaster. Seems like every time I go to the website, it's sold out. So I was so glad to finally grab one in person. Then I saw these. So these are their canvas pouches. Absolutely gorgeous. What's so cool about these, it's nice to be able to see things in person. Just being able to feel them with this nice leather top here and the thickness of the canvas pouch. Let me find. So say, for example, this is my Blackwing Traveler's Notebook. It fits in there perfectly. And then what they were doing was in the back, there's a separate zipper pouch. They were putting either pens or the extra inserts in that back pouch. So love it. It is absolutely beautiful. There was one they were sold out of, which is the olive. So in the future, I do plan to get that one as well. But absolutely love the quality of this pouch. It was so nice to be able to feel it hands-on. So, and I guess it's all a matter of perspective, but they're not that expensive in my personal opinion compared to some planner covers I've purchased in the past. So this was actually a pretty good price. I didn't end up going crazy. I mean, everything I bought at Traveler's Company was under $100. So I was quite thrilled. Yeah, so I did buy items, but I didn't go super, super crazy. I don't think, not on this one. I feel like I had a clear picture of what items I wanted before I went to the show, and I focused, zoomed in, and went specifically for those items. I have a much smaller craft space now, so I try to think more intentional on the things that I do pick up and where I'm going to put them when I get home. And so certain companies have my heart. You know, King Jim has my heart. Hobonichi, Traveler's Company. I had specifically identified those items. But then there were these beautiful surprises with these sticker shops of stickers that I could use in my journal to remember this event. So I really appreciate all of you that made custom stickers specifically for this event. If I missed yours, I'm so sorry. I was really thrilled with the ones that I was able to pick up, that they still had them by the time I got to their booth. So I hope everyone had a great time at Little Craft Fest 2025. Hopefully Eunice does it again. Thank you so much to Eunice and her entire team. You guys did an amazing job, as well as Hyatt for hosting this event. Everything was just over the top. clean, not overly crowded, not crazy, relaxing all at the same time. Craziness, but relaxing all in one breath. So we really appreciate you and all of the vendors that put so much work into this event for all of us. And we'll see you at the next one.